During a House Judiciary Committee hearing with Secretary of Homeland Security Mayorkas, U.S. Congressman Eric Swalwell, Democrat, representing California, 14th District, tears Congressman Jim Jordan and the Republican Party to pieces. Must watch. Happened just now. Enjoy hearing your thoughts. Please leave comments. Thanks.
Mr. Secretary, you have a serious job, and occasionally you have to deal with some very unserious MAGA colleagues of mine. Your serious job is to secure the border of the greatest country in the world, a country that is neighbor to some of the most violent and economically insecure countries in the world, where people are willing to risk everything to come here. And somehow you have to secure the border, but also make sure we're not pushing little girls back into the river so they can drown. It's a hard job. If it was an easy job, we wouldn't have asked you to do it. But you were asked to do it because you're qualified, you're competent, you care, you show compassion, and you show up every day and you deal with this. Frankly, sir, I think sometimes you're too nice, because if I had a chairman who failed to honor his own lawful subpoena about 500 days after it was submitted to him, I would say, catch me when you're serious. Come talk to me when you're going to follow the law about whether you think I follow the law. But that's not who you are. You take your job seriously, even in front of a lot of unserious people. In fact, the chair that you were sitting in, you may not know this, but the last person who sat in that chair was called by the chairman an anti-vaccine, anti-Semitic witness in RFK Jr. So you have brought immediate credibility to the chair that you're sitting in by just being here. They're not serious people. They chide people for their pronouns. They obsess and display in this committee and other committees private citizens' non-consensual nude images. We're not talking about serious people. We're not talking about people who are on the level. And so what do we want to do? We want to acknowledge the seriousness of your job, and hopefully one day in the majority give you the tools to deliver on what we believe ultimately can put us in the most secure place, which is comprehensive immigration reform. And in the spirit of that, I want to ask you, because I believe in that and my colleagues believe in that, in January, DHS established a new set of processes for lawful entry of Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans that drastically reduced encounters of those nationals at the southern border. This freed up department resources to combat drug trafficking and other cartel crimes. Democrats applauded the measure, while Republicans scrambled to find a new way to turn it into campaign fundraising emails. Last Congress, Democrats proposed increases to funding for CBP personnel to patrol the southern border and investments in technology to interdict smuggling through ports of entry. Again, my Republican colleagues failed to support common sense measures to secure the homeland. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle, they don't have solutions. They want the chaos. So, Mr. Secretary, they have put forth proposals to defund the CBP One app, which has helped alleviate strained manpower at the southern border. What impact would that have on our homeland security?
Congressman, the CBP One app is one element of our approach of building and expanding lawful pathways for people to reach the United States in a safe, orderly, and lawful way, as well as delivering consequences at the border for those individuals who do not use them. The CBP One app, number one, reduces the number of irregular encounters at our southern border. Number two, and critically, cuts out the smuggling organizations that impose such tragedy and trauma on vulnerable individuals purely for the sake of profit. And three, allows us to screen and vet individuals before they arrive at our border. It is of tremendous utility to us, and its results have proven productive.
And thank you, Mr. Secretary. As I said, you have a serious job. Border crossings are down despite my MAGA colleagues constantly saying we have an open border which only invites people south of the border to believe that they should try and come here. They're rooting for that chaos. You are trying to bring solutions to stop that. Fentanyl seizures are up. Congratulations to the brave men and women who wear the badge every day and walk the beat at CBP. That should be celebrated, but rather it's used by my MAGA colleagues as a political weapon to suggest that they would rather the fentanyl get past CB3, past the ports of entry and into our schools and our communities. You've got a tough job, you're a serious person, and we're grateful that you're doing it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Happen Just Now for more content about accountability of all public officials and policy and procedures.